as Opar Guga, and the Opar is just there. Now, Opar Guga in Katsina is iconic because it represents the trade that existed between Nigeria and countries across the Sahara for centuries. And in fact, all along these places, the communities that are living here are aliens. People who are coming from Niger Republic, who are coming from Mali, people that are coming from Senegal, because they have been brought here by the Trans-Saharan trade route. So while effectively there may not be Trans-Saharan trade in the perspective we know it was centuries ago, the trade is still going on, is still existing, and there are people still coming and reflecting that ancient era. So we are going to give you a detailed and comprehensive story of this as we move on. Katsina is also one of the most central of the Hausa states, sandwiched between Kano and Sokoto. This came with the consequences in terms of language variation, wars, scholarships, and relationship. My purpose here is not to recreate history, but Katsina maintains ancient monuments and artifacts that give refreshing insight into its historical facts and how those monuments and artifacts influence lives and the development of Katsina and neighboring states. On that score, Gobara Minaret is an ideal starting point. This is an architectural wonder that was believed to have been constructed in Katsina around 1348, over 600 years ago. Officials of the National Commission for Museums and Monuments say it is a portion of the first Friday Mosque in Katsina, and it signifies the period Islam was introduced to the city. In Katsina State, Gobara Minaret is revered, but actually it depicts the earliest religious practice in Katsina State, Islamic religious practice. But then, more than anything, the people of Katsina revere it as a national icon, or an icon that represents Katsina State. In fact, they compare it with the Big Ben in London, the Eiffel Tower in Paris, or the amphitheater in Rome. In fact, the people of Katsina think it in context much bigger than what those nations feel about their monument.
This minaret is very important to people of Katsina. It is proud. It's where anywhere you go, you can proud as its past central mosque. To see it as the mosque in the central line of Katsina is the first university in the sub-region in those times.
Gobara Minaret is always linked with the efforts of the celebrated Islamic scholar Sheikh Muhammad Abdul Karim Al-Magili and Sarki Muhammad Kourou, the first Muslim ruler in Katsina. Records from Katsina show that at its initial construction, the minaret was over 122 meters or 400 feet tall. The main body of the tower fell at a period in time, and this led to the reduction of the tower to its present height of about 17.11 meters, with a base of approximately 83.36 square meters. The perspectives about Gobara Minaret are unending, like the fact that it was built actually in 1348. To imagine that this building could be constructed in 1348. Malam Umar
Danjuma,
yes, obviously.
Yes.
You are from Katsina, this building is 1348, a very long time.
Even beyond that, we just take 1348 as a near calculation. But it's beyond that. Because the man who built the Timbuktu Mosque, we think is the man who traveled to Katsina and built Gobara. And he is also the same person, the architect, who built the Babangani Mosque in Zaria. Yes.
So he's an Islamic scholar who is moving around.
Yes, it's
mosque.
Yes, mosque and probably some rural houses.
The catch here is that this masterpiece was built by local builders in Katsina using clay, mud and conical bricks, while dead palim, azara in Hausa, was used for ceiling, doors and windows. A testimony that building technology was rife in Hausa land over 700 years ago.
Local builders, craftsmen, those who can use as local building in this state, like Sarki Magina and others.
You mean Sarki Magina in Katsina at that time?
Yes.
Was part of the crew that built this?
Yes. Can use as a clay and wood to build it. Those are the materials we can use the building.
So are the materials sourced from Katsina or they have been sourced outside Katsina?
We can source it from Katsina, clay and wood.
So they are available in Katsina and
Yes.
the people use them?
Yes.
Goboro Minaret, on the other hand, has similarity with the building designs and pattern of Songhai and Mali. Many scholars say this underscores the history of political relations and transmission of local indigenous language and skills.
If you see the trans-Saharan trade routes that starts from Katsina city here to Maradi, to Timbuktu, to Sudan, to Tunisia, this same route is the same that you can travel on through to this village, towns.
These people who are also rulers and scholars, or maybe missionaries, Islamic missionaries.
Islamic, yes. People on the same routes.
On the same route.
Yes.
It is conspicuous that no mosque is around the Gobaro minaret today. It stands alone. What happens to the mosque and at what period? My respondents could not come with a realistic answer. They believed, however, that the mosque which sheltered the minaret attracted students across western and central Sudan and the Maghreb. Later, it served as a kind of university.
So it was a university before it is turned into mosque. You see, Islam has already been established because here is a center of learning. Before it is even transformed to mosque, it was a university. Learned like Saint Walid and Marana, Walid and Takum were all students here. So Islam has already been established in Katsina before 1338. Before Gobaro